Hello everybody and welcome to Red2 Chatter, the show about everything Star Wars. I finally got it right. Today I actually have a new mug. Look at that. Look at that. You see it? It's my porg mug.
It's a porg. Drinking porg brains. I got Java brains.
You have to like drink it in a very specific way.
I got evil guy brains.
Right.
you got Kylo Ren.
Yeah, I got dad killer brains.
Or if you're our sister, misunderstood brains. So, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
Yeah, this past week was busy news week for some reason. I have no idea why. Maybe because of movies coming out in about 3 weeks.
Yeah. So I'm Dallin, that's Jay, and that's Ryan.
Hey guys.
Hello.
And so, let's just jump right into it, shall we?
Yep, we had quite a few TV spots air this past week. And, man, some of them were just so good. I mean, they're like 30 to 45 seconds long. Some of them were just like
19
One
of them's 19 seconds long.
But, man, they're so good. The one with Luke, where he gets on the
Millennium Falcon.
Give me goosebumps right away. And that one definitely gave me goosebumps. Also, the one that features mostly Rey, where she's, it's the most recent one, TV spot number 10, where she's trying to, she says something else. Like,
yeah.
He says, what do you see? Like, the light, the dark. He's like, something else. It calls to me.
To me. And he says,
like, resist it.
Right.
Right.
And then he starts screaming her name at the very end because she's not resisting before.
She's not listening to him
and the ground starts to crack.
Right. It's just so good. I mean, I cannot wait for... I know we say this every week, but I really cannot wait for this movie.
It's like less than a month away, man.
It's only like 3 weeks away. 3 weeks and a couple days.
Yeah.
From now. By the time this airs, it'll be 3 weeks.
It's technically going to be like a birthday present for me. Birthday and Christmas present for me. Yeah. It's the best birthday and Christmas present I could ask for. Oh, yeah, I love these TV spots. It's funny, though, because, when you watch them all in a row, you just hear the same lines over and over and over and over again. But then you watch them for that, millisecond of new content.
Right.
That extra footage, that 10 seconds in each one.
Right, it's always something that just sort of extends something we've already seen.
Yeah.
You're definitely not getting a lot of brand new content.
No.
The only thing that was, some of the new stuff, in all the trailers, you didn't see anything with Finn when he's dressed up like a First Order officer. This one, you do get a little bit of that.
Yep.
So you get little tiny bits of that, and you get more Finn, which you didn't get too much of, except for him fighting Phasma in the trailers.
You get more Poe with him talking to Leia and going permission to blow stuff up or something like that.
Permission to get in a X-wing and blow stuff up.
Permission granted.
Right.
So I'm excited for this. We keep on seeing this massive explosion.
Yeah, especially in the recent ones.
Yeah, in these TV spots. And that could be either Raditz or Raddus.
Raddus. Which is Leia's ship.
This isn't Dragon Ball. Raddus or the Supremacy. That seems to be the two that we think.
I mean, is it the explosion after Kylo actually pushes the
button and then blows up his mom?
I don't know.
I mean, with this... Or is it just an explosion somewhere else?
It looks like, from the editing, it looks like the explosion happens Poe looks at it. It looked like he was looking at that explosion with kind of what the heck just happened?
Right.
Look, So, who knows what that could be?
Yeah, he looks concerned.
Yeah.
But who knows if that's, clever editing can make you see whatever they want you to see.
Very true.
They do this all the time.
Complete misdirect, so...
They do that all the time, too. They do it so you don't know exactly what
we
you're
will only know when the movie comes out.
Yep.
All right, on to the next topic. Like I said, we do have quite a few, so we're going to try to breeze through some of these. We got new images from Entertainment Weekly. And some of these look pretty good, and some of them are fairly interesting. Like the first one with Rey,
with Kylo Ren in the
And
background
he's obviously on
on the
a
supremacy.
First Order
Maybe the
ship.
of some sort.
Maybe the supremacy.
Could be the
Maybe,
throne room.
yeah, in the throne
backside
room.
of the throne room.
Backside of the throne room.
Yeah, where we that's where we've been this whole time, and in front of her is the throne room. Though you'd think that she'd have more red lighting on her.
Right, so who knows where...
if she was in the throne
But
room.
she is definitely aboard a First Order ship.
She
it
could be
looks like.
looking out the view,
Yeah.
or the windows of the
Right.
of
Oh,
Kylo's ship,
yeah,
looking at
maybe.
the supremacy coming at her or something.
Or
Who
maybe
knows?
she's looking at that first scene that we always see that we saw in the trailer of him looking out that window
that factory,
at
like
that
that
factory.
stuff. Yeah.
Maybe she's there with him, and maybe she like comes up behind him at that scene that we just don't see it.
Maybe.
You never
Like,
know.
and why are
Right.
these two together? Did he capture her? He doesn't look like she's captured.
I don't see her arms behind her back or anything.
Yeah.
Unless she's like cuffed in
in
front.
front.
Maybe.
Even then, Mo, you're cuffed in front. Your arms are going to be coming.
Your shoulders are
her
kind of
arms
like
look like they're
that,
straight
right?
down.
Your shoulders are kind of like,
Unless it's
I
like
don't know.
this.
Yeah, maybe.
maybe.
She doesn't look too concerned
No.
about being there, though.
No.
And she definitely looks like a different outfit.
She
than what
looks
she
very
normally wears.
serious though, so well, it's all in the photograph. I mean, this is what EW does. Takes photographs.
We also got Canto Bite here with Rose, Finn,
Yeah.
BB-8.
You're assuming it's Canto Bite.
It looks like Canto
yeah.
Bite.
That'd
mean,
be my guess.
it's a good
too.
assumption.
It's a good assumption.
Pointing at something. Adventure.
Or like that's the one, or maybe that's who they're looking for. He's
That's the
pointing
guy
them
we
Why
at.
would you
killed
point?
right there.
Why would you point at them? You're gonna just draw attention to yourself, and they're gonna
Maybe that's the plan.
maybe.
A diversion. Maybe they want to be caught. Who knows?
I mean, it looks like Rose is kind of smiling. BB-8's looking at Finn like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
Right.
And I don't know what that facial expression on Finn is. I can't read that.
Maybe it's somebody he knows, and he's like,
Right.
maybe it's Poe over there. Hey, it's Poe.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe. Like we always say, we'll have to wait and
Wait
see.
and see.
Here we got
Amilyn Holdo,
yep.
She's definitely on a
portrayed by
command.
Laura Dern. Yep.
She's definitely on a command ship of the. Of the
Definitely a
resistance.
resistance base or a command ship because you got the very classic neon blue sort of lines
Like
on a clear
which
screen.
well, yeah, like we've seen that those are actually glass. They're made out of glass. Which I always thought was interesting. I always thought when I was little, when I saw those, I always thought they were like actual holograms that you could like walk through. That's what I always
Right.
thought they were.
Yeah, I think they're just images put onto glass.
What the heck even is that though? Like, what can you
I think it
analyze
just shows a system
from
like
dots and lines?
like the star system and
Yeah, perhaps.
maybe like travel routes, like popular travel routes, or
Who knows?
Now, what is
transport
she
routes.
looking at here? Do you think?
who knows?
On that, you don't know.
Here we got
So the covers look
Could
good.
Rey fall to the dark side? Star Wars Last Jedi. Our heroes scatter, the dark side rises.
Look.
Prepare for the episode that will change the saga forever.
I do not think Rey's gonna fall to the dark side. I just think
That's
she's
too
been
simple. That's too simple.
Yeah.
her heart's too good. I mean, she could have sold BB-8 to Unkar Plot. She didn't.
She
Could
left
have just left him to Tito.
Tito.
Yeah.
She didn't. If
Yeah.
you've watched any of the Force of Destiny
Right.
shorts, she helps.
She has a heart of gold. I don't know, like
Of course, those people sometimes are the easier ones to
to
fall.
tempt, maybe.
This is true. Here we got, can Finn get his mojo back? We
I don't even know what the heck that means. Did he have mojo
Yeah, it
beforehand?
didn't seem like he had too much mojo.
He was always wanting to run away. He didn't have much mojo
No.
in the first
He was
movie.
a self-proclaimed big deal. So,
That's true. He was.
so we'll see, I guess.
Okay, big deal.
We got one of Luke and Leia siblings here.
And it looks like the
That picture looks great
Oh yeah.
and it looks like the
Millennium
Falcons
Falcon.
in the background
Yep.
there.
on the set of the Millennium Falcon.
Barnes and Noble exclusive. It says, will Luke and Leia reunite?
I hope so.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know.
And will Ken Poe get along with his new boss? This is
and
turning
I've
into a sitcom now.
Well, I've heard there's like Amilyn Holdo has a completely different philosophy on like leading and
yeah.
stuff, and like how she thinks
Maybe that's
things should
what
be
she's-
done, and maybe Poe is having a little conflict.
Maybe that's
there.
what she's. Maybe he's like disobeying orders, and that's what that picture is all about. Like he's like, "Are you trying to test me?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to make me mad?" And then, is there another one?
Yeah, I think that was it.
That was it. Okay.
For that one. So, some really cool cover photos and pictures. You can go to the website, the Entertainment Weekly website, and read all of the interviews and stuff. I think we only have maybe one on here from Ryan Johnson a little bit later in the show. So,
Yeah, we're trying to stay away from that stuff because then they start revealing too much for my taste.
Right.
So I don't like to watch it.
I just picked out one that really didn't have any plot, anything towards the plot, or just sort of a.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. All right, this next one. So Mark Hamill talks about his first time sort of revisiting the Millennium Falcon set. And some of his comments, especially the last line there, he's like, and I said, sure, it was sort of like visiting an old house that you lived in when you were a kid. And he says, I mean, I just welled up with emotion and said, I need to be by myself. I mean, just hearing those kind of comments, to me, that's what Star Wars is all about. Like, you just have it draws those memories out of you. Like, when we saw Han and Chewie for the first time in the Force Awakens trailer, it's just like immediate reaction. Like,
Yep.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
and I don't even know what it would be like for somebody like Mark Hamill, who's was actually on that set for
Right.
a long period of his life, early part of his life,
Yeah.
and then you come back and it's just like it's all still
Right. 30
here.
some years later, and it looks exactly the same. And
There's a few changes here and there, but not much.
Right.
It all looks pretty much the same.
yeah, it would be sort of a
It'd be like if you went back to your childhood home where you spent a lot
right.
of great
It'd be
times.
one of those
and
moments, yeah, kind of like he talks
You
about.
just walk back in and nothing's changed. It's pretty much been the same way, and you haven't been in it in 30 years.
Yeah.
To me, that's sort of what Star Wars is all about, is those memories, really.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Getting to find new ones with the new movies.
Yeah.
All right, so we get on to Ryan Johnson and Ram Burgum. I think Ram Burgum is the what do they call those?
Producer.
Yeah, one of the producers.
Executive
But I think he
producer?
also does some of the filmography, maybe. Anyway, they were in an interview in Paris, and it's like a 9-minute video, but it's just fun to listen to Ryan Johnson talk about Star Wars and filming. He's like would talk about the awe and sort of like the shock he would when he would come onto a set for the first time.
Yeah.
And then after a while, after working for just a little bit, he would just like, everything would kind of like settle in. And he's like, it's just like filming one of my other movies after a while, it's just,
Yeah.
he would get so comfortable with it. And that's always good to hear that he was able to achieve the comfort level with, such a huge franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, this
I can
is
see
like,
where you could get overwhelmed if you were
Right.
a younger director or a newer director. You hadn't had much under your belt. Like J.J. Abrams, I don't think had much of a problem. He already did a bunch of Star Trek.
right.
So, and did he also do one of the like Jurassic World or whatever?
No, that was
No.
Colin Trevorrow.
Okay. So, but there he already had experience doing some of that kind of stuff. So I don't think it would have been. But Ryan Johnson really hadn't done any major
No.
epic films, so I could see where he could, if he could have gotten overwhelmed by the whole process, but it seems like he had no problem with it at all.
Yeah, I think it was just fun to listen to him, hear how he sort of adapted to it, and it just became comfortable for him, and just like filming one of his other movies, like Looper or Brick.
Yeah.
All right, anything you want to add on?
I mean, was Ryan Johnson like? Did he grow up with the original films?
He's
Okay.
been a fan of Star Wars.
That's
all his
where I
life,
would
just
be.
like us.
That's where I'd be intimidated, just because I'm such a huge fan. I'd be like, I'd always just be like,
I don't want to screw this up. Don't want to screw this up.
no, I'd just be like looking around, going, oh, well,
Sweet, that's the way it's
sorry.
working.
Go ahead and start.
Can I take this stuff home when we're done?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'd be asking. Can I have the whole set when we're
Right.
done? I'm just gonna take it and put it in my front yard.
Yeah.
So in another interview, Ryan Johnson talks about his biggest challenge filming, and I thought this was a good follow up to the last topic. But he said his biggest challenge after he got comfortable was the special effects, because none of his other movies are really special effect laden. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just talked about how trying to imagine something that wasn't there, right, and how all that was going to work out.
I could see if you haven't done that very much, how that could get like really hard to do. It's like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's right. There's like a ship over here, even though it's just a green screen.
Right.
And there's a whatever over here, and there's blasters going through.
Yeah.
But I don't see them.
He said in particular some of the space battles were some of the hardest to get through, just to try to get him right, because it's something again he wasn't familiar with at all.
Yeah.
But
I can see where if you're an actor too, it'd be
right.
Oh yeah. You have to
Okay,
look
yeah.
at this tennis ball.
yeah and
in front of your
Yeah, and
face.
it's like an actual creature that you're talking to
Yeah.
or whatever.
So you have to you have to focus.
That would be pretty tough.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of challenges if you're not used to it.
Yeah.
Like,
But if the special effects is his biggest challenge, I mean that's
Yeah, if that was your biggest
bodes well for me,
challenge.
because
Yeah.
he has like ILM to fall back on. You know, he has all these other people coming in for the special effects part
Yeah.
to help him out. So
yeah, there's special effects directors.
It wa-
people
yeah,
that direct
it
the
wasn't-
special effects.
yeah, it wasn't just put on his shoulders. He had tons of help doing that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
And if he needs to, he can always go back and watch The Force Awakens and see okay.
right,
Because you probably can watch the raw footage where it doesn't even have the special effects if he really wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I'm sure he has access to that kind of stuff, and he can go, okay, this is how they did it.
Yeah.
right,
And this is how JJ did it. He freaking just didn't, you just got to act like it's there or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's got other people to pull from. The people that did the first movie, they all know how it worked because they did it.
right.
So they can kind of help him along.
Man, that was revolutionary.
Well, yeah,
Back,
like
yeah.
yeah, especially
the
like
70s.
when Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher were and well, I guess it was Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher were doing it. They definitely and Anthony Daniels,
Right.
they definitely have like a whole bunch of experience with stuff that was like brand new.
Yeah.
So if there's anything new, they can kind of relate because almost all the special effects in Star Wars back in the 70s, that was all revolutionary stuff. Yeah, it's all brand new to the industry of film.
Yeah.
Never been done before.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is amazing to me that they're actually still doing that in these films today. Is still
Right.
pirating new stuff, and,
Pushing the envelope.
yeah, pushing that envelope
Yep.
and creating new ideas and new special effects. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so we got on to our next topic, which is Poe will have a new role in the Resistance, and I think we sort of see this coming, especially in the trailers and stuff. Like,
Yeah, he's a general now?
yeah, well,
No.
he's more on the leading side, not
Yeah.
so much a pilot out there.
Yeah.
Flying around.
I think he's a captain. I
with
think
Black
that's what he is.
Squadron.
Yeah.
He's actually, calling more of the shots from on board one of the big ships.
Yeah. And he says, when it was suggested to Isaac that his character might fill the role left by Han Solo, who was killed off in the previous film, the actor replied, "Well, there could be, but I think that what The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson did was make it less about filling a slot and more about what the story needs. The fact is now that the Resistance has been whittled to just a handful of people. They're running for their lives, and Leia's grooming him, to be a leader of the Resistance, as opposed to a dashing rogue hero." So,
Right.
So that means more command, more.
Right.
I mean, like,
I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
It's more meetings.
More responsibility.
yeah, and it's more, in a way, it's more restrictions, too,
Right.
as to what you can
Well, yeah,
do.
you can't.
He doesn't have the freedom like he does when he's out there flying in his X-Wing, making his own moves and sort of calling his own shots. He's got to almost coordinate those shots from on board a bigger ship.
He's got to
Yeah.
think of the bigger picture now
Right.
instead of just him killing as many
First order troopers.
first order TIE fighter pilots as he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to think bigger picture. That's a good way to put it. Think bigger
He's got to
picture.
think bigger picture now, which is tough for some people. I mean, some people can't handle that. Once they get put into those roles, they don't.
Right,
Like
they
I'm talking
struggle.
about in real life.
Yeah.
People get put into those roles, and they think they want it, and then they realize
It's
this is not what I signed up for.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back to doing what I was.
Well, they
doing.
realize that their personality isn't cut out
out
for
for
that.
that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Some
that
people
happens all the time.
Yeah, some people are just meant to be leaders and other people aren't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's some guys that are just out there, and they're supposed to be that frontline soldier that is out there just laying waste to the enemy and having other people tell them
What to do.
You know, they're the tip of the spear. Just point me where you want me to go, and I'll destroy whatever's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that, but I can't be that guy sitting behind the desk telling
other people,
yeah,
go destroy this.
yeah, in strategy meetings all day.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so following up that, we have a new picture of Rose Tico, played by Kelly Marie Tran, and we haven't seen we haven't heard her.
What's her role or what she's going to be doing?
Like, we haven't heard any dialogue from her yet. We haven't really seen any actual footage.
I tried to zoom up the image as best as I could.
But I think, to me, she's going to be a very interesting character because she's is going to get drawn into this story, maybe against her will, or like she maybe not want to.
Yeah, I have a feeling
be in the middle of everything. She might want to just be
an engineer
or mechanic,
not fighting.
Right. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be one of those situations where you're just doing your job, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle of something, and then you can't get out of it anymore. We need you to go there because they know they've seen your face or whatever, so they know you, so they'll trust you, but they won't trust anybody else. And it's like, I just barely saw him for like 30 seconds.
Right.
That doesn't
I'm just
matter.
A mechanic.
Yeah.
You're the person. You've got to do this,
right?
Mm-hmm. And she's going to be. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen to her. She's going to get thrust into that.
Yeah, she's going to get sucked in.
There's nothing she can do about it. She's let her just be. I'm a mechanic. I'm an engineer. I just want to sit here and design things and fix things. I don't want to do anything else.
But I definitely look forward to what she brings to Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
and the story.
Yeah. New characters are always welcome.
Yeah, always. Because that means more toys.
That's one of my one of the things I love about it. More toys.
So
as you can tell, I like toys.
So we got a new poster.
I'm looking for it. Oh wait, yeah, here it is.
Not the IMAX one, but the other one.
Oh, not the IMAX one?
Not yet.
Not this one.
Not that one.
Oh, where is it?
No, what is the?
That's a new poster is out. And there's like one small
it's
image.
It's very
that kind of
tiny.
shows Rey. It's actually it doesn't even it's Rey, but it's just a silhouette. It's two silhouettes. It looks like Rey's training.
Yeah,
a lot of people are saying that looks like Rey fighting Kylo Ren. Like, I don't think Kylo Ren's going to be on Ahch-To, at least not the beginning part of the movie.
When she's training,
in this little silhouette, you can definitely tell that Rey is training with her staff. It's her staff and not a lightsaber.
Yeah.
And you can also tell that I think it's just Luke up there.
Yeah.
That'd be your best guess. It's just Luke.
It's down further. Yeah,
it's not that one.
We'll put it up back here.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find it for Ryan to see.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen it. I'm sure I looked at it, but
no, it's not that far down.
I'll keep looking for it.
Anyway,
don't worry about it.
We'll get the. And then we also have the new IMAX poster, which we've talked about. It looks really cool. I like seeing,
this one.
like, the color choices they're using. The
red
with Rey. Like, are we going to see Rey in a red cloak like that? Or is it just going to be for the marketing?
I don't know.
Because it would be cool. I mean, she looks great in that red cloak instead of, like, the traditional... Maybe she gets it at the beginning, or the grays and browns. Yeah. Well, maybe she decides to go red.
She is in that little outfit there.
Yeah.
The doll Dylan has in front of him.
Oh, yeah.
her browns.
Yeah, her tans.
Maybe it's something she dons toward the end of the
movie. Maybe that's her moving towards the middle.
Maybe.
You know, not dark, not light, but somewhere in between.
I mean, we have another poster here somewhere. It was of, apparently it shows the, I think it's this one. No, that's not it. It was apparently supposed to be like, it shows a big battle or something about the crate battle. It's down here. I know where it is. It's just, browser's being slow. No, it's right here. Jedi poster.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh, okay.
Tease a huge battle for Rey.
Yeah, here.
It doesn't tease a huge battle for Rey. It just
teases
put both
Rey's
training
right up there.
Right. It teases Rey training. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's almost here. Okay, here we go.
Right there.
See him?
No, okay,
See
so there's
little
two people.
tiny.
And
Yeah.
I think it's
That's Ray and Luke.
Yeah,
I think it's Luke with
that
his,
looks like Luke.
that stick he has.
And his hood
not
up.
not a lightsaber,
And his
but that
hood,
stick.
and his hood up.
Right.
That's all that is. That's
And,
not
and look,
him
you
or
can
her fighting
you can
Kylo
see
Ren.
the bottom part of her staff.
Right.
Yeah,
right
if
there.
she was fighting Kylo Ren, he'd be kicking her butt if all she had was
So
a
yeah, I think
staff.
it's her staff and his cane
Yeah.
and his
walking
walking stick, and they're training.
Right. That's what I think. All right, so now that I got that all figured out.
It's definitely not Kylo Ren fighting her with a friggin' her and her staff. He just cut that up to pieces with his
Yeah.
lightsaber.
Which is
Yeah.
interesting. In one of those TV spots, we do get to see Rey training with her staff, and then you see her do like the same moves with the lightsaber.
Yeah,
I have a feeling that's what she's doing. She's out there working with her staff, and then she looks at the lightsaber in her
I
bag
do
and she
this with
picks
the-
it up,
right.
and then like, can I do the same kind of similar
moves.
and
With the
she
lightsaber.
does.
Yeah.
So it's like that's how she's gonna be.
She's
They're going to accelerate her how quickly she learns how to use the lightsaber.
So yeah, I don't think
because she already knows how to use
I
the
don't,
staff.
I don't
right.
think she's gonna use a lightsaber in the traditional sense of the three or the stances, you know, that they have. I forget what it's called, but there's like specific. There's a whole Wikipedia page about this, and it describes each one of the fighting stances of a lightsaber, like ad nauseum. And so it like I don't think she's gonna be using those quite like that. I think she'll be
A little more unconventional.
yeah.
I think so too, just because she's so used to using the staff.
Also-
That's how she fought in The Force Awakens. She always,
Kind of
with
lunged.
with the staff, you do a lot of thrusting like this. So that's what she was doing with that sword. Was always thrusting it towards Kylo, and it
Yeah.
threw him off because he's like, "What the heck's this kind of fighting?"
yeah, yeah.
And it does mess people up if they're used to fighting people the same exact way, and all of a sudden somebody comes at you with a totally random style.
right. If you
It
just
can
watch,
be
I mean, just
pain
watch
in
an
the butt.
MMA fight.
Oh yeah.
If somebody's a wrestler and they're not used to fighting somebody who's a striker, they're gonna have problems. And vice versa. If the striker's not used to the guy who wrestles,
Yeah, and he
There's
gets him
good.
on the ground. Good
Right.
luck, buddy.
there's gonna be issues.
Yeah.
So it's sort of that same vein. But also, I've seen in one of the posters that Rey is holding her lightsaber like Ahsoka does, but this way, and
And the blade
instead of
going.
the blade
the
coming
other-
out this way, it comes
Okay.
out the bottom of her hand.
Yeah.
So maybe she'll do a little of that too, since that's part of
Like
like
that,
you
yeah.
know, working with the
Staff.
staff. You
True.
have both ends, so she would know how to use
Use
that.
that
other
other
end.
end.
Goes like that.
It would be cool to like see her get a
Double
double bladed eventually.
That would be cool.
Maybe she just changes Luke's into a dual bladed eventually.
Maybe.
Just uses that kyber crystal.
Yeah.
Man, Luke's gonna give up his lightsaber.
He's got his green,
Green one. He's
Man, I got
Of
two
course,
now.
of course
May-
we haven't seen the green
maybe
one.
he has his green one. Maybe freaking Kylo took it as a trophy.
Or Kylo took it and corrupted the
Crystal and made his
crystal
own.
and made his
His
own.
Why would he do that when he already has a perfectly fine hilt? He could just modify the hilt to make it
Maybe
have
he
a cross
tried.
guard. Maybe.
Maybe
I don't
he
know.
tried. Maybe we'll find that out too.
Maybe.
All right, on to the Daisy Ridley interview. When she just talks about shooting scenes with Andy Serkis, who we all know is Snoke.
Yep.
Or
So
Gollum.
he says he looks mental. Snoke is an evil guy, if you can call him a guy, says Ridley. Last Jedi's trailer shows Rey screaming under Snoke's torture. It was painful. My throat hurt after that one, she said after when she was screaming. Oh, hi, Cadence.
Hello, Katie mates.
Snoke is one of those tests for Rey. And when I say testing, it's the worst use of testing ever. So, of course, you gotta love Ridley. She's definitely pretty good with figuring out how to deal with interviews.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's good at not letting anything go.
for somebody so new to the game, like she learned quick
To
not to give up.
Don't
Anything.
Not
give
to
up
slip up,
information.
yeah.
Right,
Yep.
like she says, it's a real big test for Rey. Well, and I used the word test in probably the most wrong way of using the word test. You know?
yeah.
So she also has like a playful way of
Yeah.
doing it.
Wonder if she ever asked Andy Serkis to do the Gollum voice. I would have.
Oh, well, yeah. Who wouldn't?
Can you do Gollum?
If she's a
If she's
a
a Lord of
fan
the
of,
Rings,
Lord of the Rings.
or The Hobbit. Actually,
Right.
it should be Lord
Just
of the
Lord of
Rings.
the Rings, yeah.
No, you can be both.
But yeah, I totally would have asked him. Like, dude, do call him.
All right, on to Ron Howard.
Yeah, we got a new tweet.
When
We
we thought
get it.
when we thought the tweets were over.
Right, they're in post-production, thought the tweets were over.
And the tweet is whatever the heck this is.
Now, I've heard some speculation about what people think it is. People are saying it could be part of Jabba the Hutt's sail barge,
Well, maybe.
looking from the inside out.
Who
knows?
I mean, maybe that's like a desert land right there.
Doesn't look right to me from what I remember from Return of the
Right.
Jedi, though. That's the only problem I have. Is if you're going to do that, if you're going to have that scene and you're going to shoot it out the sail barge, it better look like Jabba the
I mean,
Hutt's
it could,
sail barge.
it
like
could be
I
a
remember
different
it.
part of the sail barge, like the front instead of the side.
It's like, yeah, maybe.
And-
I don't remember any windows being on this, and I just don't see the, because those windows just popped out, so you didn't have like the greatest view. There
Right.
should be like
Yeah,
some
because
sort
you
of
just
thing.
barely see C-3PO's
Yeah.
head looking at one.
Yeah.
So you should have some sort of blockage there at the very top of that.
Unless they can open it up
Unless-
more.
Or-
Maybe true. Who
or
knows?
maybe-
Maybe they didn't open it all the way up.
Who knows?
Right.
Maybe.
Maybe Jabba liked it dark because he's got the
Right,
big giant
maybe.
eyeballs and he doesn't like a lot of light. Well, if you
He's got
notice,
the-
his palace is
got the
really
big
dark.
giant
right?
eyeballs.
You always wonder, is that the reason why it's really dark? Is because he's got sensitive to the
Like
light?
more nocturnal.
That could-
like-
He's
that
more of a
be
nocturnal.
Why? I mean,
type creature?
even in like Legends, you could actually support that a lot because actually in canon too, Hutta is a very swampy place that doesn't get any sunlight.
Yeah, it's got a lot of fog and a lot of
right.
A lot of clouds.
I mean, he is out in the bright sun for the pod race.
Yeah, he comes
That's
slithering
true.
out there.
But he's in like the shadow first, and then he comes out.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I always just wondered because it was always dark in
Right.
his lair.
I mean, he could have modified it. I mean, this is in the past.
A little bit in the past.
Yeah,
It's not like...
yeah, but like it's like a good
And maybe it's
10 years or so, 15
Maybe he
years.
has multiple sail barges, maybe. It's not
Maybe,
the one
yeah,
from-
maybe it's just who knows. He could have had hundreds of them for all I
Right.
know.
He is the richest person on Tatooine, or per thing on Tatooine.
Yeah,
Creature.
being.
My best guess is
But
he's the
I'm
richest.
just glad to see Ron Howard still out there teasing us with stuff, and
Right.
keeping people engaged in the Han Solo movie, or I guess it's called Solo, a Star Wars tale,
story.
a Star Wars story. I totally called that back by episode 25 when we were speculating what the movie's name was going to be.
Solo.
I said Solo
Solo.
before it was ever
A
announced.
Star Wars story. Cadence. My goodness.
Don't know.
What are you doing? What was the point of that? You could have. Whatever.
Cats.
What was the.
Who understands the brain of a cat?
Nobody.
She could have easily gone that way. So.
The mind of a cat will
So
always
what's
be
next,
answered.
Jay?
Next is we have Woody Harrelson talks about some of the comedic elements of the Solo movie. Now,
It says, okay, so he says right here, epic, I can't think of it in those terms, but I do think we've made a really good movie, and it could be a really funny movie too, and Ron Howard is just a joy, he says.
right, so it's very vague comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be a really funny
everybody's
movie.
learned, man. To
Right.
Be vague. Don't give away too much.
Right. It could be a really funny movie. So I hope it's just sarcastic humor like the Han Solo
The
type
dry
humor.
humor.
Yeah.
Or like, even like Poe's humor is kind of very similar. Like, I love the line in Force Awakens when Kylo gets him down on the ground, and like
I talk
Poe's
first?
like, do I talk first? Do you talk
Are
first?
you going to talk? Do I talk first or you talk first?
How does this work? Yeah, like that was funny.
I can't understand you with all the apparatus.
yeah.
I just hope there's like great banter like between Lando and Han.
Oh, yeah.
And Chewie.
Right. I mean, as long as it's like that and very like natural
Yeah.
and not like forced comic.
No, but it should be like in Force Awakens when Han's like two times. What's the other one? And he's like, oh, and Chewie's like, yeah, it was 2 times, man.
Right.
What do you want to Because Chewie is actually pretty damn funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though you can't understand a word he says.
It's
But
it's
it's-
all about the expressions.
It's the expressions and just him going,
Yeah, like,
giving him a shrug and like,
Yeah, you need the body language.
or the you know, Wookiees are known to do that. He's like, yeah, we
Right.
are.
or when he's, you know, kind of flirting with that one medic lady at the
Mhm.
resistance camp,
Yep,
and
yeah.
he's like, I'm sure you were very brave.
So
It's like, I try my best. You
That's,
know?
I mean, as long as they did the comedy right, it could be really. This
Right.
could be a
I
good
expect to
story.
be
Plus,
funny.
it's got to be. There's got to be some humor. It's Han Solo and
Yeah.
Lando and Chewie.
I just don't want it to be slapstick.
No,
comedy,
I don't
like,
want it-
just beat you over the head.
Don't go
joke
the-
after joke
Don't
after joke.
don't go
go
Thor
the Thor route.
Ragnarok.
Don't go Thor Ragnarok route.
Right.
Please don't.
Don't give me a Thor movie.
Or not a Thor
Well,
movie.
what it is
Ragnarok
yeah,
not a
what
Thor movie.
Ragnarok was not what you expected to see out of Thor, and I don't want to see that out of this.
Yes.
I want to
Right.
see not slapstick comedy and just comedy throughout. I want seriousness, but also humor because Han Solo always had wisecracks.
Yes.
Also, I'm just gonna put the cast photo up here. I think they have a pretty good looking cast.
Are they all cast?
I don't know.
This is Lord and Miller here.
Okay, so that's
They're
an old.
gone.
That's an old photo, but
Yes.
these ladies right here.
That's
like-
Emilia Clarke. That's Daenerys Targaryen
Okay, and then whoever this one is.
from Game of Thrones. I do not know.
And
her
then
name.
I think
Are they actually actresses in the movie?
Yes.
I know she is, but okay.
Emilia
I think-
Clarke is and this lady is.
the guy that I'm forgetting his name right off the top of my head.
Alden Ehrenreich.
Yes,
Han Solo?
I think he looks pretty good
Yeah.
as Han Solo. I think he could pull off Han Solo pretty good.
Yeah.
Young Harrison Ford style.
He's a little bit heavier set,
Yeah,
but I can let that stuff go.
I mean-
I'm not going to be able to go back in time and have him bring Han Solo, bring
Right. We
Harrison
can't clone
Ford.
Harrison
Can't bring Harrison Ford from when he was like
quick! Someone get a
18,
pair of
19,
Harrison
and
Ford.
bring him into the future and make him do
Get
the
it,
movie. It's just not
put
gonna
his
happen.
put his DNA
Aren't
in
those-
an egg.
Aren't those Kaminoans done with Harrison Ford yet?
Yeah, we're the Kaminoans cloning Harrison Ford.
Right.
So I understand that we're not going to get, I'm just going to have to let that go. And just
Yeah.
when I'm watching this, is just let it go. It's not the same actor. It's someone different. But
And I mean,
as long as the character stays true to form.
yeah,
Right.
and
The
I
actor
wonder
can change.
who Woody Harrelson will be playing.
He's supposed to be playing Han's mentor, or a mentor to Han.
Like I said, I think my
We'll just
prediction
see.
for that is that there's going to be some double crossing here.
That's the world Han lives
Yes,
in.
exactly.
So there has to be.
So I think he's done it in double cross him. Maybe they double cross each other.
Right.
And
I mean,
so-
that is the world Han lives in.
Yeah,
The world of double cross
we
and
still
like,
have no idea
conniving people.
who the main villain is.
No.
Hey, when you
So-
if you put that picture up down, can you put red X's over?
Yeah, I can
those
put
two
red
guys-
X's.
Those two guys.
I can put red X's over Lord Miller's faces.
All right.
All right, so speaking of Lord Miller, they speak for the first time about their exit from the Solo movie. And
well,
their comments are,
tasteful.
yes, very
Okay, good.
I mean, they're very grateful for the opportunity, it sounds like. You
So-
go ahead and read them.
Yeah, we had the most incredible cast and crew and collaborators. I think in terms of us leaving the project, I think everybody went in with a really good intentions, and our approach to making the movie was different than theirs. That was a really big gap to bridge, and it proved to be too big. Sometimes people break up, and it's really sad and it's really disappointing, but it happens, and we learned a lot from our collaborators, and we're better filmmakers for it. We are really proud of the work we did on the movie, and we wish everyone the best.
Yeah, so very amicable.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't sound like they're,
They just wanted to go a different direction than what Lucasfilm wanted to go, and that
Right.
was what happens.
Yeah.
It just happens.
the directors had a different vision than the studio. The studio's always
going to
win.
win.
Yes.
They're
That's-
putting up the money.
That's the way it is. Yep.
Because Ron Howard did reshoot 80%,
Yep.
Of the
that
movie.
So,
so it's a lot of reshoot.
a lot.
So
But I'm
They
glad
almost
that
shot an entire movie.
yeah,
And the budget doubled because of it.
Yep.
I'm glad that they're being really
Yeah, real
You know.
gracious about it.
Yeah.
They're not being like, these jerks fired us because they didn't see a
They'll
good
never
vision or
work
whatever.
again if they did that.
That they wouldn't.
I mean-
They would get crushed.
They have to. I mean, they understand where their place is, and then so they're going to be amicable about it. I mean, they
Well, if they ever want to get another shot too,
right,
you have to be.
right. You have
Because
yeah.
maybe there'll be something
you
that comes
can't
down
burn
the
bridges in Hollywood.
Maybe there's something that comes down the road in Star Wars that these guys would be
Perfect
great
for, right.
and they would rehire them and let them go with it.
yeah.
All right, we're out of the news section.
A lot of news.
On to the Tashi Toy Station, which we have a little bit more news. There is a Thrawn comic coming.
Yeah.
Yes. And our sister is super happy about this. She absolutely loves Thrawn. Loves the new iteration of Thrawn. Since coming back to Rebels.
Everything Thrawn.
Right. You know, even get
this comic looks really good. Like, I'm going to see Thrawn with long hair and is like out in the outer regions. Looks like on his home planet.
Might be. You ever get some...
And it looks like sort of his first, like from the pictures and the images, his first meeting of, with the
First
Empire.
Order, the Empire.
Those look like clone troopers.
Yeah, they
those
do.
are
So
clone
this is like
troopers.
this is early.
Okay.
This is probably
That
during
makes
the
sense
Clone
because he
Wars.
does look younger, like a younger guy.
Dumb.
And he's putting on. He looks like
He's
stealing
disguising him.
stealing a clone uniform, a clone
Yeah.
outfit.
Or he's taking it off, actually. He already stole it.
Yeah, he's infiltrated.
Yeah, and
or he's escaping.
He's taking it
I don't
off.
So this is gonna be an interesting comic. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah.
I'll probably wait for the
Unless this is a
the
manga,
trade
then he's
paperback.
putting it
The
on
trade-
and,
yeah.
then and then running away if this is a manga.
I will wait for the trade paperback as well
probably
because
wait for
I
the trade.
have a hard time just being able to get them all.
Well, just so I can power through it all at once.
True.
Yeah.
That too. But I'm sure our sister
God.
will be getting each individual comic.
Let
It's
me
like
drink some more pork brains.
it's like binging on Netflix. I just want to read the entire thing from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I
I agree. Like I've got I just picked up that Obi-Wan and Anakin one, and I'm glad I just picked up the trade back. With this like 6 or 7 comics,
all in
all
one.
in one, and I can just read it boom all the way through. I did in one night.
Right.
Yeah.
To me, that's the way to go. I mean, I love the individual comics because you get all those different. It's just fun to have all of them.
Yeah.
But eventually it just takes up so much room. It costs so much money.
Yeah. You're better off just waiting and get the
Yeah.
trades.
Plus, the trades you don't have to keep them in as pristine condition because they don't sell for as much on the aftermarket, and all that kind of stuff.
You
in
don't
the
try to keep
collector
them.
market.
You're not trying to keep them mint like
Right.
you are. I can actually read through them, and I can
Right.
read through them more than once, and let the pages get
Yep.
a little beat up.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Right. So that's why I prefer the trades. I don't collect comic books except for a few old series that I do collect. That aren't even related to Star Wars.
Yeah, me too. I've got a couple that I collect that aren't Star Wars related.
All right, so on to gaming with Gamorreans. Down, take it away.
Battlefront 2 doing away with controversial microtransactions effective immediately.
Yeah, this was in conjunction with the release date, like
So,
last Thursday.
even though they have done away, people are still making memes of this. Like, for example, there's a photo going around Facebook. That has a lot of people laughing. It's the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan jumps up onto the high ground. He's like, "It's over, Anakin. I've purchased the high ground."
Purchase the high ground.
So, I mean, it's pretty funny. People are still making jokes about it, but I mean, it's good that they're doing this. I don't think it's gonna be a permanent thing. Definitely.
I don't think it is either.
So I think
They make too much money by doing those things. They can't just toss it out the window.
yeah. I mean, it's a good thing, but I don't think it's gonna be a permanent thing.
Maybe there's just gonna be less of it.
Yeah.
Instead of just like
My,
so much.
my question was it too little, too late? Has Battlefront 2 already been tarnished by some gaming fans that probably won't even pick it up? I mean,
I'm picking it up, but like,
right? We haven't played it yet.
yeah, I'm hoping for it for my birthday. So I don't know. It's like, I know a lot of people, especially Reddit, has been really harsh towards EA for this, but honestly, I'm not so much towards them. I mean, I know EAs can be very big scumbags at times.
At times, most of the time.
Most of the time.
I hate that company.
But, I mean, it seems like, they're just trying to do damage control right now. Which, is kind of a good thing, but kind of not, because you shouldn't have done that damage to begin with.
Right. I mean, you should have figured out a way to do it without needing microtransactions.
Yes. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Earn your stuff. Make it where when you get to a certain level, you get a new hero, or you get a new weapon,
I mean,
or
are
stuff
people
like
just
that.
so lazy that they just I don't want to work at it. I want all the stuff right
Basically,
now.
In today's society, yes.
Right, I mean,
There's a lot of people out there that are like that. They just want to, I'll just pay $200 and get everything that the game offers, and then I'll just be the best person. I'll go out there and just whoop everybody in the first week. There's people that love to do that kind of stuff. I don't know why. I like to earn. I love games where I get to go and earn stuff, like Skyrim. I don't buy stuff. I go and find all my equipment.
Exactly.
I find it all.
And with Skyrim and stuff, you get the DLCs and you get new storylines to go and play. So
and I get new equipment that I find after I kill something.
Yeah. It's reward for playing, not paying.
Yes.
right.
So I think
Isn't the fun of it playing the game?
yeah. Isn't that the whole point of the game? Now there's another really funny one that I saw where it was like when you get killed by Darth Vader for like the 10th time, and he says, "That's it. I'm getting me wallet." So I mean, like, it's just, I know you're trying to make some extra money on the side, but a lot of game companies do it where they don't need to make that extra money because they just sell the game and they take the profits from the sales of the game or DLC.
Yeah.
Right.
Not day one DLC. DLC when the game has already been out for like a few months.
Right.
So that's like you were saying though, is like I'm gonna get my wallet or whatever.
Yeah.
After a bit, well, that's because more than likely you're not supposed to face Darth Vader at the level that you're at.
Right.
So
Avoid
continue to
him.
work
Or
and build up your character, and then come after Darth Vader later on.
Or-
That's how it should work.
Or EA, maybe you should make it where matches are balanced, where freaking level 1s aren't getting paired against level 60s who already have Darth Vader.
They don't do that. You
No,
think they would?
I think they do.
I think they do.
Like Halo
do that.
did that.
Yeah, Halo did do that.
Even Halo did.
I mean,
that.
until people stopped playing the game, and then the balancing went off the
even
track.
Warcraft did that.
But some games don't do that. Some games legitimately make
Warcraft
it where...
Like World of Warcraft, you can go a certain area. If you go too far, you're going to get killed by every monster that's out in that area. You can't venture past.
Right.
Which can drive you a little nuts when you're, especially World of Warcraft drove me nuts. I played it for like 6 months and then I quit playing it. But if I was attacking, I'm a 21, whatever, fighting a 21, okay, I'm fighting it, I'm getting it. Here comes another 21, so I'm dead.
Right. You have no shot.
I can't
No
run
shot.
away. I'm dead.
I mean, so it's just one of those things that, if you get killed by Darth Vader, just get good or run away when you see him. Because in Battlefront...
It's called build your character until you can fight him.
Yeah. Battlefront works in such a way that when you're a hero, heroes are supposed to be fought with other heroes. The ground troops, if you get like a lot of ground troops together and go after one hero, sure, you can take them down with sheer numbers, but heroes are meant to be battled with heroes.
Yeah. I can't be a stormtrooper and expect to take down Darth Vader.
No,
it's not going to freaking happen.
I can't be a Hoth Rebel trooper
Yeah.
with just a blaster in a trench and expect to take out Darth Vader.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. Now, if I'm in a snow speeder, maybe I could take
him out.
Vader.
Yeah, maybe.
Or
if I'm
Luke
if I have Skywalker and I'm going against Darth Vader, I got a chance.
Or if I'm one of the large, turret cannons,
Yeah,
shooting at Darth Vader, maybe I get a lucky
shot. Yeah, maybe.
But beyond that, I've heard some reviews about the story mode of this game, and I hear that it's really good. I hear that people are fully enjoying the story mode of the game.
That's what I've heard as well.
That's what I'm most interested in anyway.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I'll play the online because I have online, and might as well use it for something. But I hear that a lot of people are loving the story mode.
Yeah,
now.
That's what I'm hearing as well.
Which is good. Which I'm very happy that they've actually made a good story mode.
It's very engaging and it's very, very Star Wars.
I mean, what I'm planning to do, since I'm pretty good at first-person shooters, I really want to just play at hardest difficulty first, just to see how good it is, see how the AI works and stuff like that. But I'm excited to get this game sometime. Wink, wink. Hey, wink.
Sure, whatever. I haven't got you anything yet, so
me neither.
The possibilities are still out there.
Yep. And then we have some extra chatter now.
Yeah, if you guys want to talk about Rebels, episode
Episode
9,
nine.
season 4, which is, I guess, the halfway point
Yep. It's the halfway.
of season 4.
Yep.
And the final season.
Yep.
Are we just going to do spoilers or not? I kind of jumped into spoilers last time we did this without saying anything.
Yeah, we'll just go full spoiler.
Yeah.
Well, You've
it's-
been warned.
It's a 20-minute episode. You can watch it and then come back. you
You can just push pause, go watch it, and come back.
go to Kiss Cartoon or something. So I really like this episode. I gotta admit, seeing Rook and Hera like fisticuffs it out is really good. Basically, the episode starts off with an attack against the blockade around Lothal. I guess the rebels finally decided to get in there.
At the very last episode, on episode 6, or no, episode 8.
Hera,
Yeah, they convinces Mon Mothma to do
Like
it.
I said, I'm pretty sure they got those hyperspace things from the Defender for the X-Wings.
Yeah.
That's
But,
what I'm guessing.
I knew that they had the X-Wings already.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that how
This
they
is
got
actually
the
the first time we
hyperspaces,
see them.
Yeah, is from the TIE Defender. Just like replicating that technology and putting it inside the X-Wings. So Thrawn eventually, Scarius. He's fighting Hera, and then Hera like blows him up, so Scarius is dead. I mean,
Man, for a Disney XD show, this does get, like, back in the day when we used to watch G.I. Joe, every ship that got blown up, you see the
Parachute.
well, you can't really do that in space.
You can't, but every time, though, like,
Yeah.
those
Oh yeah,
cartoons of G.I. Joe and stuff,
the
every
Cobra
time
guys get blown up. There's parachute.
Yeah.
every
or
single time.
the tank is about to blow up.
they all bail
They all
out.
bail out.
They all jump out. So
How far we've come to, like, death in a cartoon is such a big deal.
It's
yeah.
a cartoon.
Right.
So,
Kids should understand it's not real.
but before
cartoon.
Scarius gets blown up, all the rest of the X-Wings, we don't really know how this happened. At least I must have like blinked and missed it, but all the X-Wings somehow crashed down onto Lothal.
That second wave of TIE fighters came
Ah,
took
okay.
The
them
second
out
wave of TIE fighters, as they were headed towards Lothal,
towards the capital.
they came through the clouds.
Yeah, because they're trying to blow up the fuel depot
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Lothal. And the place where they're building more TIE fighters, and it's just a factory.
Yeah, big old factory.
Yeah.
A war machine factory.
And Ezra and Kanan and all of them see him going down, and Kanan decides that he's going to go back for Hera. Hera gets out, and then she finds Mart along the way.
One of the other X-Wing pilots.
Yeah, he was also the kid that was in with Ezra with the Stormtrooper Academy.
Yep.
The redheaded kid. And Rook starts chasing him. And basically it's like kind of this escape from New York type of deal
with Hera
and Mart and
Yeah.
Choppa. Choppa?
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper!
Yeah, yeah.
A chopper.
All of a sudden, Arnold Schwarzenegger came in. Get the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
But yeah, basically it's like, escape from New York
Little
deal.
Snake Plissken.
Yeah, Snake Plissken. And it's some of the fight scenes are pretty good between Hera and Rook.
Yeah, she kicks his butt.
Oh,
more than
yeah.
once.
Yeah. She's a good fighter.
Yeah, but Rook's also pretty good as well. I mean, he has to be. He's an assassin.
He should be, if he's an assassin.
yeah. But, I mean, to
But
be
he
honest...
is told to take her alive,
Yes.
not kill her. So
Yeah, that's what Thrawn
that's
tells
where
him.
his, like, restraint has to come in.
Yeah,
Maybe he could just kill her.
Yeah.
But he can't.
yeah. And that's probably why he's having a bit of troubles.
Right.
But in the end, Hera ends up getting captured. by the Empire.
And Kanan gets talked to by that wolf to save Mart and Chopper instead. Because they go through the sewer pipes, and he waits for them outside the sewer pipes so he can get them on his bike and fly off.
Yep, he leaves Hera behind. That's pretty much how it ends.
And I'm pretty much sure that that's the last time we'll see them together. Like, I think because we know Hera and Chopper make it into the Rogue One area, and then we know Hera makes it past Return of the Jedi.
Mm.
So I think this is how they're going to separate Hera from the rest of the crew.
Yes.
And Chopper. and she won't be able to get back to them.
So you think it's going to be all the rest of them die on Lothal?
On Lothal, that's what I think.
Jordan won't be happy if you kill Kanan off on Lothal.
I think
The other ones aren't as...
I think for the sake of the story, I think he has... Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll just...
We might as well not say anything now.
No, I mean...
We go audio.
Yeah, we'll just go audio. Our camera just died.
Our camera just...
That's weird. It's got a full charge.
Yep.
I'll put some, like, technical difficulties type of thing on the screen, but,
Well, we're almost done.
yeah, we're almost done. So... Where was I? Oh, yes. So, yeah, he leaves Hera behind. And... Yeah, so you think, all the rest of them will die on Lothal?
I don't think they leave Lothal. I think they finish whatever the ground battle's going to be there.
Whatever the rest of the season is going to be finished on Lothal.
And that,
And you got to see how Hera gets
and
away,
it's
though.
going to be a fairly bitter... Yes.
There's got to be...
Wait a minute. Sabine can't die. Because she met Jyn Erso
Yes.
that one time.
Sabine's got to make it out.
Sabine can
has to
make it.
out.
Maybe Sabine gets out, and she's the one that helps Hera escape.
Maybe.
Possibly. And then Ezra, Zeb, and Kanan are probably going to go out.
But we don't know when that took place with Jyn Erso and Sabine. It could have been during this time, like
True, because she was
before
on
they went back to
Lothal.
Lothal, right?
Wasn't that whole scene on Lothal with her and
maybe.
Jyn
Was
Erso?
it?
So maybe
What about the one with Sabine and Leia?
I think that was before. Remember, they already met Leia once.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was before Rebels, or it was like somewhere in the middle of Rebels.
yeah.
Maybe they could have one of those weird ambiguous endings where, like,
You don't know what
yeah.
happens.
I think you have to have some closure. I don't think they can just let it go with nothing.
You could probably have. You might have closure for the
They're
other
gonna
three,
have
and you don't have any for
a,
Sabine. or something.
a Rogue One ending with Kanan and Ezra hugging on the beach with Zeb giving him a big hair as the light comes towards them.
I mean, they're not going to suffer a blast from the Death Star, so I don't think we have to worry about that. Because,
No.
Thrawn's completely against the Death Star.
Well, not only that, but what's
Plus, it hasn't been...
Well, how would they die then?
what are you gonna do? Just destroy all your stuff that's on Lothal?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
They're just going to die in battle, I think.
Yeah?
They're going to be overwhelmed by the
Kind of like
Empire.
K2SO kind of outing where he's like
Maybe.
taking out stormtroopers left and right.
Maybe
And
like it's just Kanan and Ezra there, and they just have their lightsabers, and there's just a ton of them coming out. And like maybe Zeb and Sabine get away,
yeah, maybe.
and it's just Kanan, and
Yeah.
they just fight to the death.
Well, it could be. Because
As
Zeb
it
could go
slowly
back to his
pans
home
out.
planet
Right.
and just never come back.
Yeah, like you just see the ship leaving,
I
and
mean,
it just shows them just
But-
getting smaller and smaller. And they're just
And that's the end.
they're just getting
Getting surrounded.
consumed. Yeah,
and then after, bum, 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 just the Star Wars Rebels logo comes
So
up.
and that's over.
so that's it.
Oh,
We'll see.
man.
How many
That'd be
episodes are
depressing.
left in it?
I don't know.
There's 16 episodes, right?
So there's still another 7.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's
So that's
16.
9.
I think there's 16 episodes left.
So 7 more in January.
So maybe
in
2
January
more
sometime.
two-parters, and then one
Big
final
giant
one.
one for 3.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Oh, our camera died, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this this 31st episode
Yes.
of Red 2 Chatter. We have been going strong.
31 weeks in a row.
I know, right? Without fail, too.
Right.
That's
amazing.
That's the best part.
Like, none of us have gotten sick or really sick, so you couldn't do it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, we've had, like,
Colds or whatever.
common colds and stuff, but or allergies acting up. But I hope that you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Jay, where can people find you?
Well, as always, I'll tell you to check out the Facebook page, Red2 Chatter. You can also find me on
That's an interesting Instagram page name.
Instagram.
How do you spell that?
How do you spell?
PRRBT.
Something like that. Jay Wilson by Design on Instagram and JBird51 on Twitter.
You can find me on YouTube as well under Major Glutterix, link down in the description. recently got done with episode 100 of my Persona 5 walkthrough.
All right.
That's it.
I guess that's a milestone.
Yeah, it is a milestone. I made it a full 1 hour long. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, till next time, guys.
Yep. We'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't need to turn the camera off.
Yeah,
I don't need to
it's
wave.
all
I guess I
good.
don't need to wave at the camera.